Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello everyone, just did a 20-minute video without hitting record, so good for one of those every couple of months. So I'm going to be a little bit more brief as I am heading to an in-person crypto meetup with a group where we're going to focus more on collaborative sharing information, ICOs, and sharing educational tools and things like that. I highly suggest if you are not in a group in your general area, try and put out some feelers and create a group. This cryptocurrency space is much more fun when it's real and offline, as well as having all these online communities. Another thing, I want to give a shout out to all the partners, husband, wives, girlfriends, lovers that have to listen to my voice on a day in, day out basis, having no idea what I'm saying. You are all troopers, and we appreciate you. So, big three and OMG. We are still in our equilibrium pattern on the daily time frame. Let me make sure I'm recording. Okay. So the big three on the equilibrium pattern, and we hit a couple targets that we were looking for. I was looking for Ethereum at 1,050. That's been hit. But I'm looking at, ideally, I want to see some more follow through for these bulls. I want to see them hold on into tonight and see some more higher highs. I would love to see Bitcoin right in the middle of this pattern. So our low to our high, pretty much right in the middle there would be, let's see, our low is 9,945 and our high is 12,985. So essentially 11,500 would be the middle, and we did hit 11,450. So we did hit smack dab in the middle of that range, and we're going to look for this pattern to continue tightening. I do believe that this pattern is going to see a clear break roughly around this weekend, and I do believe that it is going to give us significant momentum for multiple weeks as we head into February. A lot of people think that the futures contracts expiring the 26th is a catalyst. I personally think that the emphasis put on these futures contracts is too much. I don't think it's having this significant an impact on the market, but if the market believes that, then that's what's going to happen. So I am seeing a ton of people saying, I can't wait to go bullish the 26th when these futures close. And that's going to be a potential reason that we do see a break of this tight pattern. So that would line up on Friday as we head into the weekend for the potential bullish catalyst for a break. And again, it doesn't even matter if it is the whales, closing out short positions and then deciding to go long. But if the entire market is anticipating action like that and then starts to re-enter their positions, and then traders recognize the volume and they jump in bullish, it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy to a certain degree, even if that isn't going on to the degree that people are anticipating or feel that it is going on. So it is entirely possible. That's just my opinion. I don't think the futures contracts has as much of an impact as everybody says that they do. But right now we're just watching this tight pattern. The 4-hour time frame gave us the higher low and higher high. The bullish MACD cross overnight was a nice confidence builder, and we are looking at tightening range on the hourly time frame, which I'll highlight in just a minute, but trying to get over these exponential resistances and just now getting over them. So looking at the hourly time frame, I'm looking at the most recent low and the most recent high. That's the range I'm watching into tonight, and we're right in the middle of that range. So key support is $10,801, and key resistance is $11,450. And here we are right in the middle of that range with a slight favor to the bulls as we're closer to that resistance level. So that's what I'm watching overnight. I'm currently all cash. I was in that Ethereum trade, which I'll go over in just a minute. I was in that trade from the video yesterday, but took that profit this morning. So patiently waiting to see, can the bulls see some further follow through? If we break this low, that's going to likely tell us that the lower high on the daily chart is in. And if we break the high, then obviously we know it's not at this point. So very simple. Hourly range is what to be watching. Daily chart continuing to tighten up in our equilibrium pattern, and we should see a clear break sometime. And I'm just estimating, I'm looking, 3-4 days out from now, what's this going to look like? And it could go into next week. It would have to see volume considerably drop off and trading action get really boring over the weekend if we don't break this weekend as we get extremely tight. So that's where we're watching the correlation between these big names, these big three names right now. Ethereum is the strongest, Bitcoin is second, and Litecoin is third. And you can see that on the 4-hour time frame the clearest, where Ethereum broke its 4-hour higher to a higher high before Bitcoin did, and Litecoin hasn't broken it yet. So that was the clearest example that I saw this morning that told me the strength and who was in the lead. And you look at this daily chart, and it's a bullish reversal hammer getting confirmation and follow through on Ethereum. So definitely setting up really nicely. My target of $1,050 was just a rough estimation based on the middle of this pattern. And if we were to hit the true middle of the range that we are currently trading within, it would be about 1,080 or so. So 1,080 would be right in the middle of that range, but doesn't have to be hit, obviously. And we will look for this pattern to continue tightening into the weekend. The 4-hour time frame gave us that clear bull break with a higher low and a higher high. The bull MAC decross followed with it. Inside bar, 4-hour bull break. That alert just went out at 1,031.50, and here we are already $8 above that level, trying to make our way back to the recent high. So the hourly time frame, same range as Bitcoin on the hourly that we're watching, the low and the high. You can see we're closer to breaking resistance on Ethereum than we are on Bitcoin, as the bulls have a slight advantage heading up towards that resistance. So key support, $1,005. Key resistance, $1,052. And I would be surprised if the bulls could break it on this attempt because the volume is decreasing. If we saw increasing bull volume heading up to this resistance, the odds of being able to break it would be much more likely. Instead, because it's low volume, I would say it's more likely than not that we see a little bit of an equilibrium pattern and stay within this range on the hourly time frame into tonight. If we don't and we break bullish, that's a great sign, but I would not be surprised to see a lack of action into tonight while we trade within this range. So Litecoin, similar, but it's weaker. The daily inside chart is forming the daily chart is forming an inside bar. None of the other names are. Bitcoin and Ethereum already broke to higher highs. So we look at the 4-hour time frame, and we can see our low, high of the bounce, higher low, lower high, higher low. Still no break. It's a very clear equilibrium pattern on the 4-hour time frame with no break just yet. If we were going to estimate where I would anticipate the bulls to hit based on this daily chart, as I just did with those other names, I would be looking at about 190. 190 is right in the middle of that range, and we're obviously not getting to that point at this point. So the hourly time frame range that we're looking at, it is different setup than Bitcoin and Ethereum because we don't have a higher high. Both of those other names are higher lows and higher highs on the hourly, not the case for Litecoin. So the key support for Litecoin is down at 175.90. Resistance is 184.69. You can see the proximity on where we are to breaking that resistance is certainly not as close as Ethereum, and it is a laggard and is the weakest of the big three. So we are in the middle of this range, and again, anticipating this range to hold for a handful of hours from here into tonight with where we currently stand. OMG on the daily time frame, very correlated to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, that's why I think this market is up for a big event, or not a big event, but a key technical break is going to be occurring either this weekend or early next week. And because everything is still correlated, it's going to decide, what kind of momentum and what direction is this cryptocurrency market heading into February. I would say that this daily chart on Bitcoin and all these other names, these equilibrium patterns forming, is the most important setup that is forming in months. And I think it's a setup that everybody needs to be watching. And the more people that are watching it and the more clear that it gets, the more reaction and follow through we're going to get when it finally does break. I've said before, technical analysis can be a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we have analysts that are making videos and pointing out a critical support level and 20,000 people watch those videos, then when that support breaks, we're going to have people magnify the dump as they bail. And it's the same thing for bull breaks. So everybody's going to be watching this equilibrium pattern if they are good analysts putting out videos, and we'll see how we break. So OMG, again, very correlated to Bitcoin. It's actually more bullish, and it's been showing up as a bull today, and that's how it stood out. People in the chat room were talking about it being more bullish, so I'm doing a video on it. And we're looking at the same pattern with our low, our high of the bounce. I need to change these lines. So our low and the high of the bounce, our higher low formed yesterday. Same thing. We had a daily inside bar. The daily inside bar alert went out for a bull break at 1663, and here we are up at 1863. That is over a 10% move. So very significant follow through, and we are expecting a lower high compared to 1978. If we break to a higher high, that would be significantly bullish. The 4-hour time frame is on fire. Again, getting pretty extended. This hourly RSI has got to be high if that 4-hour chart looks like that. So just getting above 70 right now. Another inside bar bull break on the hourly. And our last consolidation low of support is down here at 1666. So anything above 1666 will maintain higher lows on the hourly. The bulls are clearly in full control. We had a nice equilibrium pattern here on the hourly after that double bottom and a bull break and significant follow through. So these bulls are really strong. If we break bullish and then we see Bitcoin break bullish, it will only magnify the move to the upside, in my opinion. But I would be surprised if the bulls were able to break 1978 resistance without seeing some further consolidation on this 4-hour time frame. This 4-hour chart is definitely due for consolidation. But again, I zoom into the hourly for more details, and there are no signs right now on this hourly chart that we are reaching a top just yet. I just know to be looking out for those signs and potentially using the 15-minute chart for those signs, as we can see some clear higher lows as well. It all depends on how much wiggle room you want to leave, how protective you want to be of your profit, whether you're using the 15-minute time frame or the hourly chart for a stop level. So OMG looking really good. The weekly chart, healthy consolidation, a 2-week pullback, inside bar on the weekly is forming, and overall certainly still in an uptrend and just trying to break bullish from this equilibrium pattern that is forming. So that's where we stand on the entire space. It's going to be big. Hopefully going to be doing an interview with Nugget again on Friday, and maybe that will be setting up for the break in a very tight range up to that point. So we'll continue putting out videos as always. That Ethereum trade real quick that I made. In the video yesterday, I was talking about scaling in on the 15-minute consolidation that we had. And actually, I was looking at the hourly consolidation. So scaled in on the hourly consolidation, and we ended up hitting a lower low. Normally, I would absolutely have stopped myself out on this level, but I took a smaller position. And when you take a smaller position, you have more wiggle room. So say if you take a full position, you don't want to lose more than X amount, and that X amount is, something that you could easily make back with one good trade. So if I'm in a smaller position, that X amount allows me a lot more wiggle room because I could essentially pull back twice as far if I'm in half a position. So heading into the night, I saw that we had inside bars forming on this hourly time frame. Look at this nice inside bar bull break. That occurred at 973. We had 2 hourly inside bars. The alert went out at 973 for the break, and we just saw a continuation all morning on that follow through. So I saw the support and the inside bars forming as I went to bed, and I put my stop level under 950 psychological. So if we were to break that level, I definitely would want to be out. And fortunately, we ran to the upside, and I scaled out of profit into the morning. And now I'm all cash and patiently waiting for a break of these hourly ranges that I just highlighted on all of these charts. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching and hope you have a great rest of your night. Remember to always do good things, and we will see you tomorrow. And do good things. For real.